anniversary to you, to Sandy.
Yes, to Bmorepod.
Yes. Listen, so let's look. Actually, our anniversary hit last week, last Wednesday on the 25th.
March 25th.
I was away. It was because we go live every other Tuesday.
Right.
You know, this would have been the Tuesday to celebrate. So look, we decided to come to a restaurant and be cute.
Yes.
Yeah.
And look, they have up here exclusively for us. We have a whole section, baby.
We do.
That's when you know people, honey. Go Rob.
Shout out to Tony and you all for taking
Yes.
care of us.
Shout out to you all.
Support black businesses.
Absolutely.
I'm a firm believer in supporting black businesses. Yeah. So,
Yeah, so ladies,
Yes.
how was your weekend? We can't not do that, right?
So the weekend was great. We celebrated my youngest grandson's first birthday.
Yes, all about babies. It was all about babies. That's our baby.
Yes, Amari. Yes.
Leah.
Oh, I was with her.
She said the
I
same thing.
promise you, I love when you do that.
She said the same thing every time.
Every single day. You know, it's a
So what
couple
y'all
of
do
days.
Sunday? Y'all went to church?
Church.
Yeah,
And
Palm
that was
Sunday, and I was church tired when I came home, so I went to sleep at 6, woke up like around 11:30, 12.
Okay.
So I slept my day away.
Okay.
They call us the Heather Brings.
The Heather Brings.
They call us the Heather.
Yes,
You remember
sister.
227?
No, amen.
Oh, amen.
Well,
Oh, I thought they was on 227. Dang, I'm all on the wrong show. My bad.
What about you, babe?
I had a great time. I was out of town.
You went to baby Amari's birthday.
I went to baby Amari's birthday first and foremost.
She checked in this time.
My nephew.
Oh, yeah.
And she
Then I
checked
disappeared
in.
for a few days.
But she checked
to
in.
free my mind.
and the rest will follow.
I'm just saying.
That was key. And
What
you?
did I do? So my baby, Kayvon, the big baby,
Okay, big
25
baby.
years old,
Happy birthday.
on Sunday. Listen, I absolutely don't know how to feel about that. Like, that's crazy
Good.
work.
I remember he was born. That is
Right,
crazy.
you did.
feel
You
good
were
about
there, right?
Yeah,
Listen,
that's crazy.
but yeah, we celebrated that the way he wanted to celebrate. You know, we bossy. I mean, it's just what it is. We can't
What's
help
new?
it. We like nice things. We want to push what we like on them. That baby was like, I want this.
Did he?
Yeah, and we were like, okay.
Okay.
Everybody listen to him.
All
I
right.
love that. I love that. I love
Nice.
that.
Yeah.
And where else did you go? Baby Mari's party.
I did. Because it's not only her baby, it's all of our
It's the
babies.
village. It is the village, y'all.
And
It's
he
village.
showed us, okay, he did not want to be bald.
no, he did
Let me
not.
tell y'all something, first of all.
Yeah.
Let's tell you
Oh,
something.
please.
Oh,
Let me help the people.
No, I'm going to tell you about that.
Wait, give me a sec.
Go ahead.
Let me help the people.
All right.
Okay? These babies don't want y'all in their faces. They're overwhelmed. There's a lot of people. Everybody goo goo gaga They don't like it. Okay?
All right, and so on top of that, when I went to work yesterday, I was talking to one of my coworkers about it, and she said that's the word going around now. Everybody's talking about overstimulated. You know how words trend like it now, because you know now everybody want to talk about overstimulated. He's a baby.
Well, no, maybe not overstimulated, but overwhelmed.
No, but that's all I kept hearing, sir. He's overstimulated. He's overstimulated. He's overstimulated.
Well, if you want another word, we can find you another word.
No, I'm just saying words be trending. Just like I need
kills
my
me.
my healthy space. Everybody talking.
now you Trump.
Oh Lord. No. Let me sit. Let me sit on. Hell no. Let me sit. Let me be clear. Let me sit on.
No,
my
but
ass.
to be
Time
fair,
out.
I know literally all my life, I have been that person too. That baby gonna let me hold him. And somehow I'm gonna be a comforter, and you're gonna stop crying because I'm not trying to hurt you.
Because you're gonna buy them stuff and make them like you.
That is not true. That is not true because I never even touched him, right? Because I saw that he was overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And that can be scary for kids. And so, like, when my grandbabies were born, they were those little girls, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm big on, like, respecting their space and stuff. Like, not like we just let them do what they want.
Right,
But
right.
if somebody doesn't want you to hold them,
Oh, yeah, you know.
find another way to.
So, I understand when the kids get older, but when they're babies, did the baby tell you that he was overstimulated?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People trending
How
that
does
word.
that work?
now. People tell
You have to go off of their emotions. Nobody just
or maybe
sits
he was
and cries.
teething. Maybe he was teething.
It's called spoiled.
So when he's home all day long, he just sits and cries all day.
No, but I'm saying he's just accustomed to being in his space.
Look, I'm hot, y'all. This is called menopause.
I'm not overstimulated. She's overstimulated. Yeah, you are overstimulated.
Now we know the truth.
Oh,
Yeah, well, maybe not overstimulated, but he was overwhelmed because I knew from the time he
I knew he was overwhelmed.
I knew
We
what time
said
it was
overwhelmed.
when he came
He said-
in the door.
he said-
when we said, "Yay, Marvin!" He was like, I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, he said,
I already knew what time. he was on.
Listen, Isabella was born in Florida, right?
Okay.
And so none of us were there. It was just Brian and Kim, all of Kim's co-workers,
Yeah.
all of Brian's co-workers, right? So at the end of the day, she wasn't used to all of that. She had a nanny. So then we take her to a birthday party or even her 1 year birthday party,
Like it.
and she wasn't having none of it.
Oh, yeah.
None of it. Like she saw all those people and it was like, and crying. She did the same thing that Mari did. But we,
Yeah, I mean,
as adults, we don't have no respect. I mean,
Oh,
kids
like
don't
that.
get.
hold
like
on. Wait a minute.
that.
Speaking of these kids,
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Get your kids.
Here we go again.
speaking of these kids,
What you want to say?
I need these parents to get your kids.
Get your
before,
kids.
Before the grave get them.
Get
Okay.
yo
Kids.
I'm serious. Before
Today.
I'm telling you, I've been watching.
not tomorrow.
Today. Like right
I've
now.
been seeing so many disturbing videos that it's very disturbing. And what's even more disturbing are the parents that's
Yes.
trying to downplay the roles that your children, your ignorant kids,
Yeah.
have in these situations. It's like now you see where they get it from. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I always say, you are the problem.
You are the problem.
If you make excuses when you see your kid doing something bad or stealing or being a bully and you know you don't find fault in it, I mean, you are the problem.
It's absolutely wrong. And you know, I stopped saying we need to go back to it takes a village because they don't believe in that.
Oh, no,
They
you-
selective about the village, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's
But
bull crap.
I'm gonna quote Uncle T. He was like, "What do you do? It say it takes a village, right? But what do you do when the village is retarded?"
Yeah.
That's what
You can't say that
I'm
word.
sorry.
Oh,
Special.
Boom, boom, boom.
Well, if the village is special.
Yeah. It needs.
So what I will say is I do feel bad for that group of parents that are getting up every day, grinding, trying to provide, because you know all these kids don't have bad homes.
No.
All these
Oh,
kids
yeah.
don't have bad parents.
No.
Like literally, I feel horrible for the parents, mom or dad, that are really out here grinding, trying to provide for their kids, doing everything right. You out here acting a fool because you want to go along to get along, and you want to follow the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Followers.
It's really
Fun.
these videos that we all been sending each other are
Honey,
disturbing.
Let me tell you something. So first of all, like you just mentioned, one of the things is because I know when I was growing up, I never came home to an empty home.
Nope.
Because I was raised in households
I
with
did.
grandparents.
Yeah.
Right. So it always was a grandparent home, even when my parents weren't home. So it still was that structure.
Yes.
And not saying, not faulting the parents because we got to work right.
Right.
But when you got parents gone 10, 11, 12 hours out a day and their children are home pretty much caring for themselves, they become influenced by their peers and other things.
I'm going to disagree because, we was home 10, 12 hours a day by ourselves and we didn't get into none of
Well,
that
we
shit.
had, we wasn't, first of all, we
Like,
wasn't
because
as
guess
soft,
what?
we were better
It was
leaders.
accountability because your friends put you in check. Your peers was like the older generation, even if they was out sniffing dope,
Right.
they wasn't going to offer it to us.
Absolutely. They would tell us that it was wrong.
Yeah.
But then you guys have to realize too, we still grew up in an era where it took a village. Our teachers, the church,
You knew your neighbor's
the
name.
neighbors. Absolutely.
I knew everybody on my block.
We did
And
too.
we respected them.
We
We never
respected them.
cursed around
Yes.
older people.
Just the other day, I went to the market, right? and it was a couple there. They had these like 3, I think, young kids. I think the oldest may have been about 10, right? So the youngest one, she was like maybe 3, and she was going around and taking stuff off the shelves and just throwing them on the floor. And I'm like, y'all see your child doing this, and y'all not gonna do nothing?
Yeah.
So I looked at the little girl and I was like, baby, stop that, don't do that, don't do that. And the parents actually like got an attitude that I spoke to that child, but you ain't say nothing to them.
But guess what?
So then they went like this to the oldest one and said, and the oldest one went and grabbed her. And then, so when they left, I walked up to the cashier when it was my turn, and the cashier said, thank you. She was like,
Oh, wow.
I'm so glad you said something. She said they come in there all the time and they just let their children run.
But see,
by.
I don't need to thank you, because they ain't gonna be able to thank that bell if I have to be fighting somebody if I get locked up. Because see, when you choose to make them
they didn't verbally say it, but with their body language and their eyes, they were like, don't talk to my
But
child.
that's
like,
what I'm
you know
saying. But what if they were the type of parents?
Oh, I'd have been like,
See, it ain't even worth that. First of all, the store ain't your store.
Well, hold up.
That ain't
hold
your
up.
merchandise.
So check
They
this
could have
out.
knocked the whole thing down. I would have
wait a
cared.
minute. I know y'all saw the video where the little boy touched the bus driver.
And
And the mother came up there talking about,
Lord help me.
leave my son, don't touch my son, don't do this.
I'm so
And
glad-
then
I'm so
she
glad.
got dealt with.
yeah, I'm so glad.
Oh,
the
she
mother
got
gave her
dealt
what
with.
she
That's
asked
one of
for.
the situations about parents get
Your bed.
kids. That's one of the situations I'm talking about, because it's no way in the world you gonna come to me and tell me my child fondled you
Sexually assaulted.
and sexually assaulted you.
That's exactly what
And
he
I
did.
don't snatch them up and drag them.
So
in.
this is what I think happened, right?
Okay.
I think the little boy, the bus driver said whatever to the little boy. The little boy went in a car, didn't say what he did, just said
she
it was the bus driver.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was another parent picking
No,
the child
the
up.
bus
it's the bus driver.
Oh,
Just told what the bus driver did, but ain't say why. So when the mother come up there all rah, and the bus driver kept on saying, well, he felt my tail. But now the mother, instead of tucking her tail and apologizing for
Right.
your little badass child, she still kept it going and she got dealt with. Because that bus driver put them hands on her. I ain't promoting violence, but oh well.
That's because nowadays people just
Buck
say
up to get beat down.
saying I'm sorry. It's like people just
Right.
cannot say I'm
Accountability.
sorry. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
And then what they'll do what happens for the rest of the child, the kid who went and told the mother whatever, they got to go to school for the rest of
No,
their
now
life.
you take
knowing
your child
mother got
back
beat
to
up.
school.
oh yeah, because
Well, yeah, 'cause now you can't get beat up in
It's
peace.
viral, everybody.
You can't
definitely
get your
viral.
behind whipped in peace now. Everybody.
Right,
can
everybody,
win.
and it's your fault.
But that's just one of many. You know, another disturbance. Nothing but Kate.
oh yeah.
Near my house on Bel Air Road. Now, as a child, I've done little mischievous things. We used to have this, when I went to my Royal, it used to be this corner store we used to go in. You know, you pay for something, might take a little bubble gum. Look, you know, take a little 5-cent bubble gum. But these children, for whatever reason, thought they could just walk behind the counter of an establishment
Yeah, crazy.
and take what they wanted out there and just roll out.
And who does
And
that?
see, no, but you know who I can't stand the most? The people in the comments. Well, where was the clerk? First of all, what's she supposed to get
Where
banked?
was the
Right.
home
Was she supposed to get banked by 4 young girls in the store for the cake?
That's what would have happened.
It's like, that's what I'm saying, the mentality of people. What is wrong with y'all? Because first of all, I've been there several times. This is my area. They have teenagers and young adults working there.
And
Why
like,
why would she risk her safety,
right.
you know what I'm saying, to fight over some cakes? You
But
already know
but
what
the thing
time
about
it is.
on the flip side, I've seen when something happens like involving adults like that, right?
Yeah.
In the comments, it'll be the other way around. Like, why y'all fighting for your store? I wouldn't. That stuff is insured. I wouldn't fight for the store.
It's
you
really
damned if you do, damned if
crazy.
you don't.
We're living in different times.
The world
Mo,
is-
you know, our niece, your baby, just experienced something a couple of weeks ago as well, and you had to talk her off the ledge.
Oh, Jasmine.
What happened? I don't know the story.
So Jasmine has a pit bull, and when the weather is nice, she likes to go sit on the porch. Her and the dog go sit and chill. It's these 2 little boys, probably about 2 and 5 or whatever, come taunting the dog on the porch. keep taunting them. Went and got sticks, throwing that, so Jasmine goes to knock on the door of the kids, like, look, I don't want, your child to get hurt, but they coming on, well, was they on the steps? No, listen, it gets worse. Well, were they on his steps? Yeah, they were on the steps, and the door said, oh, well, you shouldn't have an aggressive dog anyway.
Not
calling her, start calling her out her name, and Jasmine called me like, Ma, I'm like, Jasmine, just calm down. Just, now back in the day, I'd have gotten that call, we'd have went around there and we'd have showed, but it's not even worth all that stuff no more. It's not even worth all that stuff. It's not worth dying for, because you never know what the end result.
People are just ignorant these days.
It is a shame
common
how
courtesy does not cost nothing.
No, the common courtesy would have been if he would have came off there and had one of their heads in his mouth.
Oh no, but see, then she would.
Oh yeah.
It still would be Jasmine's fault.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, nobody is ever satisfied. Unless they're right. It's like
it's just
Jasmine better get all that stuff on video.
and the thing is,
Ain't nothing worse than beefing with your neighbor.
that's probably the worst.
That's the worst.
Because you gotta live there.
You gotta live there.
That's like at work. Beefing
So
with somebody.
Kimmy, my baby, I told you guys sent me the thing where all the kids was going to different malls, and so I guess they went to Arundel, and
Security
now Towson is supposed to be next. What are we doing here? And you're just being mean. You're picking with people. You're going into stores, taking things, and I'm picking fights. And what are we doing?
Well, I think one thing parents should do, make your children share their location. Check on even though
if they gotta care first.
That's that part.
If they know that their kids is meeting up at the mall to do whatever, they don't care.
But see, they don't
And a
know.
lot of parents do know. I'm not saying all of them. It's a lot of parents that do know that was your child with the all black
Right.
on, with the mask on, up at the mall.
But speaking of that, back to the nothing but cake. One of the guys made a video about it, calling them out, like, whoever know the parents of these little girls.
You told me this.
Get in contact with me, because that was his family place, right? He said one of the parents of the little girl with the red shoes and the red purse, right, said, all my daughter did was laugh.
But she was there.
All she did was laugh.
Wow.
That's all she did.
Well,
But you know what? But you see, if the little girl was murdering somebody, and your little girl was just standing there laughing,
Oh,
she
that
gonna
she would be an accessory to murder. So all she was there.
But that's what I'm saying, because that's why I
Accessory.
say we should have titled this, Get Cradle to the Grave. Get your kids before the grave get them, because they would be the same parents doing press conferences, crying with an attorney, my child didn't deserve this. Not saying your child, you deserve to die. Let me make that clear. I'm not saying nobody's child.
We understand.
But they're putting themselves in high risk situation. Better you discipline them and stop trying to be their friend or whatever you're trying to be.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And get them in order. But I think these parents scared of their kids.
Well,
I think
it's
they're
a lot.
scared of.
Hold up, we got a comment.
Remain confident said it all starts with weaves and wigs. Just go back to natural hair.
Who said it started with the
The
week?
world will change.
The
That
week.
just took me out. I swear.
Weaves and wigs.
Well, first of all,
Bro.
I can relate a little bit, because I didn't let my children. Jasmine and Paige could not
That-
get
that
they,
is true,
they could
though.
not get tips and all them extensions when they was little girls.
No, none of them
no.
could. None of our kids could.
I never. Jasmine and Paige got their first when they was 16, going to their junior proms. I didn't all that tracks.
But I don't think
No.
that's making the kids go out and
No,
rob
no,
people.
no.
It's making them too grown.
It's too
though.
grown.
So I get the point.
Too
I
grown.
understand what they're saying.
Who said that?
But I,
Remain confident one.
Okay, remain confident one. It's some truth to that, some.
Maybe.
But that don't make criminals.
I ain't really agreeing
It
with
doesn't
that.
make criminals. It make them too grown, but it doesn't.
and I
make criminals.
absolutely feel you when you're saying that some parents are allowing their kids to be growner than their years, and then when they're out here
Getting
and
lashes.
And when things are
Police
happening
force.
now, we want to try to pull back and blame the other party when you sent them out here, a 12-year-old looking like a 21-year-old. So I feel you.
So what do separate us women from the little hoppers? If they can get lashes, they getting waxed, they getting tracks, they getting
Maturity.
I know that part, but I'm just saying, like, come on now.
Man, listen.
And you know what? And I just want to say rest in peace. I don't know. I can't remember the little girl named 12 years old. I don't even know what city it was, but that broke my heart. The one who got in the fight.
Oh, the fight,
and she passed away. That broke my heart.
Do you remember when
that could have been Lala,
the young lady around your old neighborhood, when she got into the fight and accidentally killed somebody?
She had a knee. She had a knee on her throat. She had a knee on her throat, not realizing the young girl was there. And that was like at 15.
Yeah.
So it does happen.
It happens by mistake. But that wasn't a bully case. This case that you're talking about, the case with the little girl, yes, I'm saying that was a bully case.
Yeah, they were bullying her. And that's another question. Like, why these schools want to just wipe their hands? Like, oh, it didn't happen on the grounds. Oh, the school is here. It happened here. So because it happened here and not,
I hate that.
We don't have nothing to do with it. Where's your heart at? Like, that could have been your child.
I got suspended.
Well, I was going to say, that's new.
Beat a teacher up at it somewhere. I bet you get accounted.
I literally got suspended for, like, I fought on my block on the corner of my house. And when I got back to school the next day, I got suspended.
I know you're not talking about the school that you lived across the street from.
No. I'm talking about when I was in high school.
I was about to say, well, really?
No. We got out on a half a day, and it was somebody my brother used to date or whatever, and we got bit, whatever, and I got suspended the next day when I went back to school.
So they was concerned then?
Because they went back to school and told.
But that's what I'm saying. Back then, it seemed like more accountability, even on behalf of the school.
It was.
Now schools is just saying like, oh, well, it wasn't on the school ground, so we don't have nothing to do with it.
Times are different. I want to pause and give you guys a compliment on how you raise your ladies. Look at our ladies. Like, I'm so freaking proud of them. I watched them, literally watched them grow up, and now I'm seeing them as adults and as moms, and how they navigate, how they're raising their kids, and some stuff, the gentle parenting. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, y'all doing too much. But at the end of the day, these kids, the grandbabies are amazing.
Our children,
our girls, our girls are amazing. So I just wanted to compliment you guys,
and
because
you too. That's right.
We could be going through. Thank you. We could be going through so much, and we don't know how this stuff feels.
Right.
And I just also want to say though, as a mom who did lose one, you know what I'm saying, because that it's worrisome. It does make you think.
Absolutely.
I no longer carry like a level of guilt that I used to carry. Because as when you lose a child, you wonder, what could you have done different?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I should have did this different. I did. Because I know, like, even towards the end, Rico wanted to come back home.
You told me that.
He wanted to, and I carried that. I was like, what if I'd have just let him home? But I'm like, would it have made a difference if it had been 4 body bags, 3 body bags, instead of, because, the streets.
Yeah, they don't care.
They got the best of him. And when I spoke at his funeral, that's what I said. At some point, I felt like I was at a tug of war, and I was just not winning. I just was not winning. Yeah. But overall, though, we still did a great job.
No, seriously.
Did a great job.
And Lee, you was a part of helping with the village.
Yes, I'm telling you, Auntie, if it was, we needed you, girl.
Yeah.
If I had one tomorrow, you want to still babysit, girl.
Oh,
yes,
for real?
No, we're not.
No, you're not.
50 and over.
I'm gonna have a worm baby just to see what you do with it.
Girl.
I got a coat hanger.
I got some steps you can push me down. I mean, whatever.
With the coat hanger, baby.
Get it together, ladies. Get it
Saying,
together.
But first,
These
I
are
just
all
want to take
jokes.
the time to thank everyone who is joining us. It's different. It's a different setup in here, y'all. So we can't actually see this time who's joining us, how many people is joining us. But we still want to thank you for your support.
Absolutely.
And we thank you for joining us. And we are a year in, and we are looking forward. Yes. And we are looking forward to taking it to the next level.
Yes.
We gotta grow. You live, you learn, you go by trial and error. But we looking forward to taking it to the next level. And we hope y'all willing to go with us. That's all.
Absolutely.
You know what though? What I would like to ask for whoever's watching, if y'all have any suggestions about things you would like us to talk about, let us know. You can inbox us, shoot any of us a message, the show a message, anything. Or if you would like to be a guest and come with some substance
Come on,
now.
come on.
Don't come and just sit there. If you want to come and you got something
That's
to
just
talk
my baby
about,
daddy. That's
or-
just my baby daddy.
we would love to have you. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And definitely
Yes.
some men, and I know a lot of men don't watch podcasts, but I love when we have the diversity. So
Yeah.
come on, y'all. Come on and give us
Bring
some
it on,
ideas
bring
and
it
let us
on.
know what y'all want to see
Absolutely.
and what we can change, because we take criticism. I mean, some of us don't take it well, Monica.
And men,
But-
just know that Monica will let you speak a little bit, just a little bit. Look at her, look.
I'm humble.
You're
I live
humble?
in integrity
You come
and
in
humility.
peace?
I'm not gonna say a word. La 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 la.
When
la.
this happened?
I'm not paying none of them. And while we're at it,
Who that is?
And while we're at it, I just wanted to also mention that Leah and I are hosting our Mother's Day brunch
Yes.
on May the 2nd.
May the
From 1
2nd.
to 5 p.m. at the Trevino event space on Ricestown Road. We've been circulating the flyers. We've been getting a lot of but like I said, what I posted the other day was kind of disappointing so far. So the ladies have been buying their tickets, the girlfriends, the mom. I'm gonna get my mama the ticket. I'm gonna get this one, but not one man.
I didn't know it was for men.
No,
Gifting.
not one man has treated their mother.
They sick of it. They say we don't do
significant
nothing for
other,
them. They
their
sick
wife.
of it.
But they gonna complain about
I'm
sitting
just
in them
joking.
5-hour wait restaurants.
I'm
We-
just
you know,
joking.
but either way, but we really we put in love. Anything
Yes.
we give, we put our love into it.
All the love.
So we look forward to empowering women, encouraging women, uplifting women, inspiring them. So contact Leah or myself for your ticket for the Mother's Day. It's heels that heal.
Yes.
Them heels took some journeys, baby. A lot of journeys them heels done took, and we want to talk about it, right?
That's right.
Love it. Love
So
it,
that
love
was
it,
my
love it.
shameless plug. Okay, that was my shameless plug.
Listen,
So
it's
now
your
back to the
platform.
unplugged.
So back to the unplugged. These get your kids,
Yeah.
Get your kids.
but maybe the parents, the grandparents need to get their kids.
That's what I did want to say. I know coming up, I'm honestly speaking for myself, I had amazing grandparents, right?
We know because
Times have changed.
She had
And
dessert at
Oreo
every
cookies.
meal.
We can't even keep it serious. See what I'm saying?
I'm just
But it's
saying.
true.
So
Where's the lie?
I feel like I know some of us are being amazing grandparents, and then some grandparents are not even around. So these parents are left to try to work, grind, provide, and the finances out here, it's just not math, right?
Yeah.
The bills are more than what we can handle. So now they got part-time
Look at our
jobs out here.
administration.
So and so where you used to be able to pull on the village,
Yeah.
where's the village?
Right, that part.
Right. Where's the village? Like they closing up, well, they've closed up all the after school programs, all the rec centers.
I would say,
But
I
man,
mean,
let's
let's
open this stuff back up.
Everybody-
He's on point with that.
Yeah,
And I love it.
Right
You're
in
right.
my neighborhood,
You're right.
one is under construction right now in
Yes,
my neighborhood.
he's definitely big on that, and
Yes.
that's because he definitely came from the city, so
Right.
and went to
Right.
school or
It
whatever.
make a difference.
Right.
But this don't have nothing to do with nothing because
All right,
we're
well, let's
talking
go.
about grandparents or whatever, and I have to tell y'all about my Ava moment because everybody knows my granddaughter says the most amazing stuff to be 5 years
What'd
old.
she say?
So today I was on the way to work and I caught a flat, right? And I was
Oh,
pulled to the side, and cars was like they were cursing me out. Like they didn't stop to think whether like was anything.
Was she sick?
They had to go around me to turn into their little parking lot. Parole and probation ladies, yeah y'all. They was rude as hell, right? All of them, they was giving me all this mouth back, whatever. And you know I'm about that life, so I was like, listen, yo, I was so
She
mad.
called me heated.
Yo, I was mad, like tears rolling down my face because I didn't plan to get a flat, right?
Right.
So
To get
I'm
a
getting
flat.
like, and they didn't even know, but it's the point that everybody's so self-consumed
Yeah.
that nobody
Right.
takes the time out to be
Yeah.
like, maybe she had an emergency before I start cursing out y'all
Right.
ladies at parole and probation.
At parole and
Y'all.
probation.
But anyway,
P&P.
Ava says, Ava is the best. She said, Gigi, I know you're frustrated, but you need to calm down.
Yes, Ava.
I said, you're right, Ava. I mean, what else can I say? She's like, you need that rubber on my shoulder.
God knew that's what you needed. God knew that's what you needed at that time, and He had her in that car because it could have happened when she wasn't in the car.
Right.
You'd have been out there like giving strawberries on these. So, but but it's good. Everything but it is. People have no regards for one another. I said that in church one day. I'm like, do you know? I have drove past 3 incidents where people were in stress and needed help, and I was the first one to help. This, like, do y'all see this person? Like,
they do know,
somebody
but they're
crashed into this
scared.
wall right here, and
Because some
everybody
people
is-
set up scenes like that,
Yeah,
so
they
they're
do.
scared.
But you know what else I learned in church? That's why God assigns certain people to circumstances. And
Absolutely.
and after that sermon, I love you, overseer, Pastor Mo for Jesus, I love you, cousin. But that's when I realized God assigns people to certain situations. And those situations I was assigned to. Because I was the first one to get out to help. And then, of course, after
What about
that,
the one we was together?
that's
that night?
included. That's one of the ones I'm talking about. This man
Jesus.
up there falling and stumbling, and I'm like, we coming out from going out and everything. I'm like, this man, like, but we pulled over. No, at first I ain't gonna lie, I pulled past him first, and I was like, my conscience. I was
Girl, go back.
I busted U-turn. I went back, and I could see he was not in his right frame of
Definitely
mind. He was old. He had one shoe on.
Yeah.
So I called the
He was
ambulance.
struggling.
You should have took him home and gave him a nice hot meal.
Here we go.
And see, now you been.
You said just go too far.
Yep.
Some things just go too far.
Say no, I'm
It's still about
I'm
safety.
joking, but yeah, no.
Yeah,
definitely.
We were saying we actually was wishing you was with us.
I said if Rob was here, she definitely would have got out and handled it. But
That girl would have been doing mouth to mouth.
That's too far. That's too far.
But that's one of them situations that I realized that we were assigned to that.
Yeah.
Because nobody else would have stopped.
No.
Well, I'm not saying they would
Listen,
have.
the
but
police was right there. We honking them, flashing
Flashing
our
our
lights,
lights, yeah.
and that joker rode right by. Literally.
So
He
we-
saw
was this in Baltimore City?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
right there on Hillen and Harford Road.
Because I'm gonna tell you what happens, right? And it's not a right thing or whatever, but I see it all the time because we so desensitized to so many people
Yep.
on the drugs or
That's
falling
the
out or
problem.
whatever.
It's not
and
okay.
it's I mean that's what it is. Like it's almost like you hear a gunshot and you like, damn, somebody's shooting. You know what I'm saying? Like you supposed to run, but if it's down there, you like hey, shooting again, depending on what area you're in. It's the same type of thing. You're like, oh dang, Mr. Willie outside. Now I'm saying I think you should stop and help everybody. Yes, I did. You know, but you can't help everybody. I'm
You
just
can't,
saying.
you can't help everybody.
Yeah.
So I know we already know what the problem is with it. So what's some solution with these kids though? Because I mean they are our future. And the
damn.
thing is, if they're being misguided by their parents, like what can we do? Because I mean we kind of stuck between the rock and the hard because back when we was growing up, the neighbor could get you.
I said the village.
The neighbor could get, it was like, Moni, you over there? Come here. You know what I'm saying? Come here. And you know, they take you home. But now you tell somebody, say, come here, now you gotta fight the kid and the mama.
But see, it depends because I remember when I was working for the mayor's office, we had a round table and we were trying to come up with solutions, right? And so one of the solutions we said was maybe meet them where they are and bring stuff to them that like they let them tell you what they like, right? So I remember one time at Greenmount Rec Center, there was a guy that was like, okay, y'all like dirt bikes, right? He was like, but do y'all know how to fix them? So he set up, because there's a park right across the street from the rec center.
yep.
So he set up a bunch of dirt bikes, actually broke them down, took them apart,
Wow.
and tried to teach them how to put them back together. Them kids came over there and was like, what's this? We want to ride the dirt bikes. And he was like, but I'm trying to teach you a skill because first of all, y'all ride dirt bikes. Y'all dirt bikes break down, right? So he was just like, I'm teaching you how to fix them yourself. You don't have to take them to a shop, spend some money. You can do it
And
yourself.
you can get some money making them.
Right. Then I'm teaching you a skill where you can do it for other people. You know what I'm saying? And they were more upset. And these are the kids. They were more upset that he didn't have dirt bikes out there for them just to ride freely than to learn. So it's like, you want to do stuff for the kids, but they got to receive it. They want to have
Right.
it. You know, they want to take it. Because he's thinking dirt bikes, the kids ride around dirt bikes 24/7. I got them. In that situation, it was like, really, I don't. Because they were like, where the dirt bikes? They wanted to ride up and down the street all day. Ride
But
up
you
and
know
down.
what?
And then
That's like the meeting we had at work today, because the topic was about, you know, there's a low enrollment of black men in HBCUs. Like the women like outnumber the men significantly. So like, what can we do? We live in this microwave Amazon times where people think their success and their career and their money supposed to come like that.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
not willing to put in the
Absolutely.
work. You know what I'm saying? They not willing to grind to get it and grow and like crawl before you walk. They want everything right now. So their minds is not even set. And it's social media.
I was going to say,
making
social
people
media,
think you could just
have
live this
a-
glamorous
Everybody
life.
is waiting for that big viral moment to come along so they can take off, right? But they
Yes.
don't realize it's like a diamond in the rough. Like it's every now and then. You know, you're not gonna have a viral moment like every single day. It's like a special moment, you know. So people be just sitting up there like, oh no, I'm not going to work. Now, nothing against the content creators because it is a job. But it's like people would sit back and just sit in front of a camera all day and make content instead of get a job. You know what I'm saying? It's
That's
like,
the craziest thing to me.
Yeah.
Like when you see, like I be watching some stuff and it just pops up on the whatever, and it might catch my eye, and you'll hear somebody showing how they make their latte, showing how they flat on their hair, showing how they brush their teeth.
How they
I'm like,
brush
this
their
is
teeth.
what the world has come to.
A bunch of followers.
but see, but
A
if,
bunch of
but see,
followers.
if the people
That's what
didn't
it
watch
is.
it, they wouldn't have no content to
That's
create.
what I'm saying.
So
That's
it's
what the
not-
world
the
is
world
like.
got dumbed
They
down.
brainwashed or something.
It's
I don't know
But
what
what's
it-
so wild is the kids, the minors, right? Who we gave all these electronics to, gave them permission to be on social media, and that was their mentors. That's who they look up to. So my kids grew up looking up to me. My kids grew up looking up to their aunts, their uncles, you know, their grandparents. These kids are growing up looking up to the influencers, looking up to anybody that's on there. We did that.
Yeah.
And I'm saying I
Yeah.
didn't really allow my kid, there was limits. Kayla literally hated us. She'll tell you the stories about the MySpace, right? And my village caught her. We didn't catch her, and we were nosy parents, right?
Right.
And at the end of the day, she was, caught on there being too grown. Like your pictures look like you were older than what you was. You were still a young teenage. You were preteen, right?
wow.
And what I'm saying is, we allowed this.
Yeah.
How do we pull it back now? Because it's really out of control.
I don't know. We used to get I used to do random notebook checks.
Yeah.
You couldn't come in my house
Same.
with no junky notebook with your papers and dividers hanging
Nope.
all
We know
out.
they
I'd
weren't
be
coming
like,
to your house like that.
yeah, see, this
She
is
gonna
where-
throw all the damn papers
this is
away.
where the smart stuff
They're gonna be like,
starts from.
"Mommy, that was my homework. It was Randy. Throw it away."
I did notebook checks. I did. I'm in your drawer. I'm in the look. I'm doing random. I'm in your house. I'm in being nosy. These parents, they see, and it's like I want to see this. I want to give them the freedom to be an individual and all that foolishness. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. While you trusting them and thinking they being responsible, they out here doing anything but
Ain't everything
big
big
and
enough and
bad
bad enough to do. Yeah,
Heck
absolutely.
yeah. They out here doing whatever. You can't trust them. The fact is, you just can't trust your kids. Don't trust them.
I
I'm
just
serious.
don't think as parents we should have conformed, right? Like I feel like morals and values don't change. If you're
Don't.
saved, I feel like holiness is still right. And then some people keep telling me that times have changed.
Jasmine
times
told
are
me
not
that
the
before. This is not
same.
1970s,
And I
Mom.
just feel like, I didn't have to do every single thing my parents or my grandparents did, but I felt like I didn't grow up too bad.
When I was younger, back in the day, I mean, I was an adult, but I was a young adult, and
Yeah, because you middle-aged now.
Oh wow, she loved to tell us what we are. What is she?
over the hill and through the woods. But anyway, but I was a young adult, and I remember a counselor was speaking to a bunch of kids one day, and the last thing she said to them was like, always remember, respect does not have an expiration date.
Ooh,
She was just like, so always be respectful, you know, because it doesn't have an expiration date. And all the kids was like, you know what? Like it made them think, you know, because it's like they just running around like disrespectful. They just don't care about nothing.
Nothing.
Do you remember early on, Ralph said that when we were coming up, that if someone was on drugs, they were preaching to us how not to be on it. That was how my uncle was. He was on us. So nowadays, I turn around and they doing it with the
I
child.
was about to say that, yeah. And
and
then they would say, because when I was working down the man's office and I would come in contact with people like that, and they'd be smoking weed with their kids and drinking with their kids, and the first thing they would say was, well, they gonna do it anyway, so I'd rather them do it with me because it's safer.
Yeah.
It's sick.
What?
It's sick. It's
It's
ridiculous.
safer.
Yeah, it's boundaries. It's boundaries.
And then we wonder why they like that. They are products of their environment, right? But I just am a firm believer that God is faithful, right?
Yeah,
and I'm gonna tell you right now, there is no such thing as that. There is no solution to this.
It's a solution.
It's absolutely a solution, and it is still the strong men out here that are willing to pour into these kids, sow into these kids, you know, spiritually, physically, and mentally. I really believe it. I believe that we're going to get back to a time where we're going to look back and say, dang, this really was going on, right? I do think that life is going to balance out again, but I think that, you know, okay, they took prayer out of schools, but what happened to us?
Yeah.
We forgot how to pray.
No, I ain't forget.
You know what I'm saying? Has the world forgotten how to pray? I just, you know, I'm not trying to turn this into no spiritual thing.
I mean, you can't.
But I'm telling you guys, I think that we need to come together. I think that we need to do better at praying and, you know, for our young people, for our youth. We cannot just say, oh, well, my child's not like that, so I don't care. Because I didn't have one child on drugs, you know, drinking, you know, abusing alcohol. I didn't have
That was my job.
Getting out of, you know, dropping out of school. I didn't have to. So does that mean that I don't care?
Right.
We gotta come back together.
We do. It do. We do. And it goes back to what you said too, Lisa. We have to realize that our responsibility goes beyond our house.
Yeah.
That's what I think. When we selfish, we think because our children are good, our children got clothes on their back, our children got food, our children go to the good schools.
Come on.
I don't need, but no. But what about your neighbor
It's
whose
selfish.
child has not eaten in days, or the only meal they get when they go to school? And see, I think we need to. I guess you got to still pick and choose your battles because you don't want to create, you know, problems in your own home. But it's a selfishness we have.
Yeah,
You
I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm not tooting
Yes,
my
you are.
sisters
She's tooting her own
or
horn.
my family, but I'm gonna promise
She
you
tooting it.
now,
She tooting it.
like I believe in village, and it doesn't have to be my blood related or any of that. Like we literally poured and still pour into youth, into adults, because people don't know. Like some people just don't understand how to navigate through life because they wasn't taught. They don't know how to navigate through their finances because they wasn't taught.
Right.
They don't understand. Some of them don't know how to be a parent.
I'm still learning. I just recently, in recent times, had an appreciation to finances and stuff and knowledge about that. You know what I mean? Especially after that furlough, I was like,
Listen, Mo, I remember you saying
oh
to
yeah,
me,
it's getting real.
you made me
getting real.
feel good when you asked me I need your help. I need your support.
That's
hey,
another-
I'm going to give you this and I need you to save it. When it was time for you to get it back and for me to deposit it back
I was
into
ready.
you. But was
I
it
was ready.
short?
No, you took about 25 off the top.
Don't lie, Mo.
Yes, you did. I counted. She took about
I'm
25
telling you,
off the
I
top.
don't do it for her again because
Hey,
you
guess
lied.
what? If it was short, we got problems. we get ready to do random
But no.
urine tests. Let me just say that. If it was short,
But
we
we
got some
gotta
issues.
realize it's nothing wrong with needing help. You gotta know.
Yeah.
I just told someone
I knew
that
I
today.
wasn't disciplined to a certain degree. All right,
My goodness.
so you know, like for example, I could have some money saved in my savings account, right? And you're supposed to leave it there. That's the point of savings, right? But if I needed something, you know, I'm transferring it. I'm just going
Right.
to transfer it over to my checking, and next thing you know, my savings
Down,
is
down,
down
down,
because
down.
I done So I was like, what can I do? What can I do? So I know Lisa is good at saving, right? So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna start sending her money where I don't have no access to it. I don't have no bank card. I can't
She
transfer.
lost count.
Yeah,
it was funny. I gave her the money. She said, you gave me too much. I said, baby, this your money. This money belongs. And I told her, I said, aren't you proud of yourself? I said, because I'm so proud of you. But she was so consistent. She was determined. But it only take one thing to go through something. And because for me, I said, baby, I got to save more than 6 months. I need a year, almost 2 years.
Yeah, that's the world we living in. I mean, you just got to deal with. But you can't be afraid to ask for help. You gotta acknowledge your strengths and your weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? And that's what true friendship is about. It's more than just going out looking good, having a good time. If I need you for something like I'm weak, I need your help in this area. We can't be ashamed though. But that's what true friendship is.
It is.
When you have a true friend. See,
So are you going back on what you said? So if we have a problem about a boyfriend or something, can we tell you now? Because a couple of shows back, I think it was like episode 11.
Well, then go back and
You told us to
reminisce.
keep it. You told us to keep it to ourselves.
Yeah, you know, because this is an anniversary show. So
It's anniversary
yeah,
show.
memory
Can we now?
So what
can
you
we bring
talking
it to you?
Oh, so you don't remember?
You don't remember
I said I would tell y'all. I wouldn't tell y'all.
No, we said we can talk to you. You know, you
Yeah, you can talk to me.
We
Yeah.
can talk to you. You taking it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Because you said I don't want to hear it.
I
Keep
don't
it
wanna
to yourself.
Tell somebody else.
Because I've matured past a certain level of judginess.
Okay, I love that.
You're right.
Okay.
Yes. So I can say that I have matured.
So somebody, let's see let's try it. Let's try her out. One of us is gonna try it. Leah like, hell no, she didn't.
Leah saying, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I'm like about that.
But we gotta pay attention now because you know we usually have our. But any.
10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Hey, but you want to come on? You want to come on? Something you don't want to make your face? We got
our production crew.
We freaking love you.
Come on, Sandy. Come on out.
Please.
Come on out, Sandy.
Just say hello. Say hello.
This is
Come sit down.
The lady who makes it happen.
So we having
behind the
dinner
scenes
tonight?
every 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're gonna have dinner.
Every other Tuesday.
This is the one who make it right. Move left, move right, hold your head up, turn it in.
Boss us, baby. Boss us.
And I love it. I love it.
Miss Sandy Lou.
Mastermind. It's like the pinky and the brain, the mastermind. She's like,
Please believe it.
listen, she gets in our ish if we do something
And
wrong.
not only that, Raw, that's her god sister. She's been knowing her all her life, and because of her, we have built our relationship with her. So it's somebody we genuinely love.
Oh, she my
She
sister
are.
now, period.
Yeah, she are.
Sandy, we absolutely love you.
Yes, we did.
We give you the blues. But you are
gives us the
time.
blues.
You are time enough for us.
I got a question. This is a good question.
Okay.
Which one of us give you the most blues?
Ooh.
Now why you see?
I
this
know
is
it ain't
when-
gonna be me.
This is when people want to start stuff.
I already know it's not going to be me.
This
I
is
just want to know.
this is the instigating want to start stuff.
Who is it? Let's do an order. First, second, third, fourth.
I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to play.
Number one.
I don't want to play that game. You
No.
I can take it.
Why don't you rank yourself 1 through 4?
Oh, I know I'm for. I'll give you those
I'm
numbers.
probably 1 or 2. No, without a doubt.
we probably I mean every now and then you might be like,
I know I'm 1 or 2. I think she 1, I'm 2.
She didn't ask you to judge me. She asked you to judge yourself. That's how you know you're number one. Who does that? It gets on my darn nerves.
I think it's 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, I'm going to always be 4 because I don't give you no
wait a
problem.
minute. Now you say what it is. Well, nobody's gonna be mad. Just say
So
what
yeah, I
it
ain't
is.
gonna definitely ain't gonna be mad.
Yeah, that's about the right order.
I knew I was right.
No, she didn't say you. You're number one.
Yeah.
So go ahead. What do you want to do?
I take it. I've been a trouble child all my life. I expect it.
But not during the show. It's normally after the show. Oh, well then you're probably 3. Yeah, that's right.
She should be too with the
Because
pictures.
it's the pictures.
It's the damn pictures.
Yeah.
I
I don't like that. I don't like that one. Take it
Wait,
away.
now,
Take it away.
no, she can't even see it, mind you guys. She don't have a glass, but she can't even see it. No,
But that can't
no.
be like, y'all can't get on your nerves because of
That
that.
gets on her
It's talking
nerves.
about like things that people do that, you know,
It's okay,
it
Ron.
doesn't work on my nerves.
I take it.
I never get on your nerves.
No.
Ever. Never.
Even when she's on your nerves, she don't get on my
Never.
nerves. Ever.
She's
Ever.
never
Well,
on
you
my
used
nerves.
to
It's really
it.
impossible.
She probably done numbed that nerve.
Bro, you're not on my nerves.
I'm glad.
That nerve probably don't even exist.
The
no
only
more.
time you
It
get
just
on my nerves
died off.
is when you brought that
Like your
that thing
boyfriend
up.
up?
It's
That
when
wasn't
my
my
boyfriend.
boyfriend.
I ain't by somebody boy, not my ex.
No, it wasn't I know who get on her nerves.
He
the most.
wasn't my ex.
Was it
Who get on your
It
nerves
was
the
just
most?
who gets on my nerves? Nobody gets on my nerves. So ask me who annoys me
Oh,
the most.
I'm not going.
I know that's me.
The ECBC style and up the waters.
I know. I
So
told
I
you.
have
I
a
knew it was
question.
gonna be
I have
me.
a
I knew it was
question.
gonna be me again.
a good 2 more minutes and then we're gonna
Yes.
walk off, 'cause
We're gonna
I'm
eat
on
dinner.
Yeah, we get ready to eat. Yeah. So.
So each person, I'm gonna ask a question.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
What is one thing new you want to bring to the show? This
One thing I want to bring new. Dag, I have a bunch. Sandy. Okay, I want to up our views. I want to be spontaneous.
She said
I
one.
want to. I want us to stop being so safe. It's okay to have unhealthy conversations, and a lot of times I think because we are saved that we've put ourselves in a cap because of what we feel like other people would think.
True,
But
I
we
agree.
have got to have healthy conversations and stop being afraid of that, and that's what I'm going to bring out of us
That's
this year.
good. I would
Go
agree.
ahead, Shirelle. What
Go that way. I want to be last.
No.
I want to be last.
See how that works?
I want to be
Okay,
last.
go ahead, Monica.
I want to see in agreement with her the views. We have to work on that. But in addition, I want to bring some flavor. You know, those
should've went first. That was
collaborations
myself.
and those. You know, especially some men. I want to get like a whole male podcast on there.
Let 'em
you know,
talk.
a whole male. I am humble. I am kind. They're trying. I feel like Woodrow on Good
I'm
Times.
sorry. Yes, Mike.
You're not gonna get me off my game. Whatever you say, whatever you like.
Okay. I'm
that?
sorry.
You
Go
can-
ahead,
You
Leah.
just smile like that.
Yeah,
Remember that face?
I'm Woodrow. Go ahead, Liv.
Okay, so agreement with up in the views. I think I want to bring some other topics outside of relationships, right? So like because I do music, it's like I'm around a lot of music people, so incorporate something like that into
Okay.
to the shows.
Y'all are taking all of my stuff.
You should have went
You should have
first.
went first.
You should have went
Oh, you said they would
But
be
now that's good that
last.
we on the same page
Yes,
though.
because I was thinking like we could have, like you said, different entertainers. We have a lot of talent in Baltimore that's not recognized.
Absolutely.
Or showcased. You know what I'm saying? I felt like we can just bring some flavor to the show. Like we were talking about earlier, it's a lot of promoters. It's a lot like the boxer young lady. It's a lot of
Athletes, yeah.
It's a lot of black politicians. Not only they don't have to just be black. Let me just start off by saying that. You know, it's a lot of great people in Baltimore, and I just would like to start seeing more people. And I
Absolutely.
mean, I would like to see more men on the show. Like we get like we said, a select group of men, and we've been talking about it for a while. That maybe we can get them on our schedule, and maybe they come on every other month, whatever. However we decided, you know. But we definitely got to bring that flavor from the male point of view.
Yeah.
And I definitely, again, would like y'all opinions. So I need y'all to tell us what we're doing wrong, because we
Let us
can't
know,
get
let
better
us know.
if y'all don't let us know.
And
That's
don't
right.
think it's gonna be gonna get offended, because guess what? That's what makes
We
you
are.
grow.
Well, that's
Absolutely.
fine.
I mean, we'll get over it though. But I mean, that's what makes us grow.
Yeah.
You can't. We don't want that. Yes, I like them. Everything was good. Everything y'all said was good. Everything else. No, we don't want that. We want
Right.
you to be honest.
Tell
about your
us, come on, yeah, open the door and let it, like, come on in and let us know.
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm sorry, I was checking the camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the part of the evening where we all just, well, we don't have our winery to sip and reflect, but just one takeaway. But I think we just did that.
That
though.
was the takeaway.
I'm good. We're
So
good.
once again, we would like to thank y'all so much from the bottom of our
Thank
hearts
you.
for your
Thank you,
constant
thank you,
love
thank you.
and support. Don't forget to like,
Share
and
and
subscribe.
subscribe.
Yeah, and don't just and watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it. You
it.
can learn something. Shirelle
It's
gave
some
some
good
valuable.
stuff.
She gave some valuable information about those
breast
mammograms.
Yeah.
And when I made my appointment today, guess what I did? I got what you said.
That's right.
So we give out value. We ain't just up here just talking just to hit because we got lips or whatever.
Well, sometimes, but
Yeah,
sometimes, you know, we gotta have a little fun with the serious talks. Because we're gonna have some more of those tear-jerking moments too.
No, absolutely.
But thank you. Like, share, subscribe.
Thank you so much.
So we're not what?
Blameless.
But we're what?
Shameless.
Healing one conversation
One
at a time, baby.
conversation
We
at a
love
time.
you. We
Love
love
you.
you.
Love you.
Thank you.
Now to celebrate 1 year.
One year.
Pop, pop,
You have
pop.